hand onto the heart and another onto our baby in the womb. And just taking a moment right now to breathe long and deep. Just bringing awareness to the breath as we begin connecting to our baby with each inhale and exhale. Our eyes are closed. And with each inhale of breath, I invite you to greet he or she in the womb. And with each exhale of breath, just releasing what no longer serves you or your baby this morning. Taking this moment to welcome he or she into the practice. Deepening into yourself here. Beautiful job, everyone. Connecting to the baby in the womb. And let's take 3 deep releasing breaths to begin. Inhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Bring the palms down onto the thighs and just begin massaging those legs back and forth. I have a couple of props here to help me today throughout the practice. I am of course on my mat, but I've also brought 2 pillows or bolsters with me. If you have those available, feel free to get them now and set them aside. I'm actually going to take one of these and bolster myself up just because it gives me a little extra support on the sit bones, and it also gives you a little extra support for your ever-growing belly. Good. Once you have those available, I invite you to just bring the hands down slightly above the knee, and let's begin a Sufi Grind here. Moving back and forth. The chin comes into the chest, moving in the circular posture, eyes are closed. Breathing here long and deep. And with every movement, I invite you to be connecting to your breath and also deeply connecting to your baby in the womb. This is a time for you to go inward. If you have other children at home, you know that you don't always have the opportunity to take this special time for you and your little one. And moving in the opposite direction here. your baby this morning as we gently warm the body. And let's stop here. Take a deep inhale in and an exhale out. Let's go ahead and bring our right hand firmly onto the earth as we move the left arm over. Good, just stretching these side oblique muscles. So we move back and forth and begin flowing from side to side. You're doing beautifully. Wonderful job. Very nice. Let's take a moment, bringing those hands down, and let's just begin to circle the neck. These very gentle movements. And moving in the opposite direction. Stopping the movement, inhale the shoulders up and release them down. We're just doing a bit of a full body warm up here. Moving with our breath, moving with our baby. Up and releasing them down. And now bringing the hands forward, we're just going to move the spine and our baby back and forth here. It might actually feel better for you to put your hands on the knees. Gives you a little bit more space with your ever-growing belly. This really helps to open up all vertebrae in the back. But it also should feel really good on the lower spine. Beautiful job. Really feeling and connecting to the measure of our breath. These movements. Visualizing your baby dancing inside the womb. Beautiful job. And let's stop the movement, elongate the spine, bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the baby, and again, just touch back in with him or her. These mindful moments are so important as part of our pregnancy. Deeply connecting with our baby inside, acknowledging him or her, beginning the shared conversation. Beautiful job. And let's go ahead and bring our feet together here. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the legs up and then bring them back down. Beautiful job. These butterfly positions, we're opening up space here in the inner thighs, working the legs. And when you're ready, stopping the movement and just fluttering here, back and forth. Good. Beautiful. A little more. And let's go ahead and release those legs down, moving them all the way out and wide. Just again, opening up space here in this second chakra area, physically the pelvic floor, the womb. We're creating more space as we sit in this position and begin to stretch here. I invite you to bring the hand below the knee at the ankle if you're able, all the way to the toe, and we're just going to go back and forth here. Really moving and flowing in a way that feels best for you. Beautiful. Wonderful job. Let's go ahead and hold here next time you're down. Just holding the posture. Very nice. Coming up and switching sides with the hold here. If you like, you can come all the way down towards the toe or the ankle. It'll give you a little bit of a different stretch in the back. I right now am just keeping the arm up, so I'm opening from the fingertips all the way through the heart up to the other hand. I'm opening the chest and then coming back up. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and transition onto the hands and knees. And if you have also a blanket available, it's a nice time to bring that up and roll it up. Because I do not, I'm just going to be rolling up my mat. And what that looks like is this. As I roll the mat up, I've got a nice cushion here. I just rolled it in this little circle here. But it gives my knees a place to land. And you can do the same with the blanket. I'm going to go ahead and just begin the ever traditional cat-cow posture as we round the spine back as the chin comes in. And then release as the heart is forward and shoulder blades are back. Good, just flowing into the breath. Visualize your baby moving in the womb right now. They love this posture. This is a very effective posture to utilize if you're trying to encourage and or help your baby flip. So we know ideally we want our baby to be head down in the belly as we move into the last weeks of our third trimester. They're going to move quite a bit in the belly up to that point. But by 36 weeks, we really like them. And we would encourage them for vaginal delivery to be head down. And this posture helps us with that. Good. I invite you, if you'd like, to move a little faster here. Wonderful job. And when you're ready, stopping the movement. Let's take an inhale as again we perfect the posture. Shoulder blades rolled back, heart is forward, holding the breath. And then exhale the breath as the chin comes to the chest. We release the spine up. Toes together, buttocks down towards the toes, bringing the forehead down onto the earth. And relaxing here. If you're a little further along your pregnancy and would like to use the bolster, just bringing it to the tummy and relaxing here. Gently walking the hands back. Beautiful job. I'm going to go ahead and come back down onto the hands and knees. Coming onto my cushion of a mat here. And I'm going to invite you to, with me, bring that left leg back. I'm just going to sit for a moment, really feeling and connecting to the strengths of our glutes. Bringing then the right hand forward with the thumb up towards the sky, and we're balancing here. We're really creating space and stretching the side oblique muscles, strengthening the glutes and the thighs. And I'm going to invite you to begin moving as you bring the knee and the elbow towards each other. Good. You're doing wonderfully. Just a couple more. Good. Bringing that right hand down, left knee down. Let's go ahead and sweep up from the right side, opening up here as we look up towards the fingers. And then gently bringing that hand underneath the left elbow and relaxing here. Good. Coming back up onto all fours, and we'll switch to the other side. As the right leg comes up and out, toes pointed down, the left hand is forward as the thumb comes up to the sky, and we're just again balancing here. I invite you to feel a line of energy all the way from the tips of the fingers in the left hand, and visualize it as it moves all the way out from that of the right heel. We're creating strength in these lower energy centers, in the lower areas of the body. Let's begin moving when you're ready, elbow and knee towards each other. Creating strength as we refine the home that our baby is living in. You're doing beautifully. Two more. Good, holding here for a moment. Gently releasing then the left arm, the right leg, opening up to the left side, good. And then sweeping that arm underneath the right elbow. Good. Gently coming on up, back onto all fours. And from here, we're going to do some more work with the thighs and the glutes. We're going to begin by bringing the left leg out. And as the left leg's out, we're going to gently bring the toes forward towards us and then drop them back to the ground as we put it back into position. Just watch my foot here. I'm bringing the thigh out, changing the direction of the foot, bring the toes back down. Good, coming back to center. Continuing here. This is a very physical practice today as we're working on these floor exercises that help strengthen the body. Strengthening the legs and the thighs and the glutes so that we can better carry our baby, but then also more effectively and efficiently recover during our postpartum process. Those first few months after baby comes, we really want to continue the strength of the thighs and the legs. It's much more important than the abdominals. Oftentimes women go right to strengthening the abdominals and they cause much more harm than good because that area of the body is not yet ready. And bringing the leg down, good. Let's rest here for a moment, coming back into child's posture. Just resting, catching your breath. And then coming back up onto all fours. Switching legs. So right leg is now working here. We're bringing the leg out as the foot changes directions and then bringing it back. Good. Just working with the thigh, the hips here, actually, specifically, and the glutes. You're doing beautifully. Let's do 3 more. You're gonna find one side's easier than another. That's normal. Good, and of course rest whenever you need to. We're all at different phases and stages of our pregnancy. For those of you that are just finishing, if you haven't already, come down into the child's pose again and let's rest here. Beautiful job walking yourself back up. We're moving into one more series here on the hands and the knees, and we're going to bring our elbows down and clasp the hands together. Allow the belly just to fully drop. Just take a moment here to really breathe, connecting to the breath as you inhale and exhale, and then bringing the left leg up. And we're just going to move the left leg up and down about 6 inches here. Good. You're doing wonderfully. Your knee is straight, the leg is straight. You really, I'm sure, are feeling this in your glutes. That's beautiful, it's all by design. Good. And stop the movement, hold here. Gently drop the knee back down. Pause for a moment as you catch your breath. And then bringing the opposite leg up. It's about 24 inches off the ground, and then we're just moving up and down about 6 inches. Good. Connect to the breath here, and at any time you need to, take a break. We have just a little bit more. Good, lowering the knee. Now let's go ahead and come back into the child's posture. Really relaxing here. If you need that bolster, go ahead and get it. Wonderful. Gently moving the hands back. Removing the bolster if you're using it. Let's take a moment right now just to better stretch the upper back by coming into a form of a child's pose. It's called a puppy dog pose. Our butt's up in the air, our forehead comes down, but fingertips are towards me as you inch the hands forward and really feel the stretch in the upper back and neck. Wonderful. down on my side and bring the mat back out. These side laying postures are very important during pregnancy. As you move further along, you'll eventually find yourself on your side because your belly is no longer comfortable, your body lying at the back. And this is actually just really comforting for the baby because as you move on the side, they move on the side. You know, we want to think about them also and what is most comfortable for you, because that is of course going to feel most comfortable for them. But from here, I want to demonstrate how to move up from a side lying position, okay, as we're ending the class today, because it's really important. Oftentimes, we're not too far along yet in our pregnancy, so we'll be all the way down here on our back. No matter what stage or phase you are in your pregnancy, I highly recommend you begin training the body to move onto the side before you prick yourself up. And as you're on the side, what you're now going to want to do is just bring the hand forward. In my case, this is my left hand right now, and I'm going to use it to really support me coming up. So I'm using the hand, the left hand, the right hand as it supports me up. And now as I'm in this upright position, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to bring my left knee down to support me and switch the right knee up. So as you can see, I'm in a really supportive posture to help rise up into a standing posture. So from here, I'm really bringing a mindful attention to this movement, because what I really want to do here is use the thighs to lift me up to the standing posture, okay? It's really important that we focus on bringing strength into the glutes and the thighs versus trying to pull from the navel, from the abdominal region, because this is, of course, not effective when you're pregnant, and it's also not effective once you've had the baby, because you really are doing more harm than good, because this area of your body is not yet ready for that reconditioning process. We can recondition by focusing here and building this area, because that pelvic floor, as it strengthens, will begin to strengthen the abdominal region. So with that, let's just go ahead and do a couple more stretches here so we can complete our practice for the day. I invite you to inhale the arms up. Exhale them down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And with those arms up, exhale, but bring the right hand to the left wrist and gently move to the right now. Good. Coming back up towards the sky, let's switch hands. Very nice. Nice. Coming back up as we reach towards the sky, lowering the arms down. And we would not have a complete practice relative to strengthening the strengths in the thighs and the glutes without our squats. So I encourage you right now to roll up your mat, as I demonstrated before, just to give us a little bit of extra support here. We're going to bring our heels to the edge of the mat. And on the inhale, we're bringing the arms up. Palms come together. We're bringing the palms down through the chest towards the earth as our thighs are out here. Bringing the hands down to support us as the buttocks comes up. We come up chin to chest and circle those arms up. I love this squat for pregnant women because it really is a full body stretch, along with strengthening the thighs and the glutes. It feels really good for the whole body. You're doing wonderfully. Good job, ladies. I recommend doing 15 to 25 of these a day. For our practice, we're just going to do 5 more. Wonderful, last one. Arms come up, good. Palms down. One hand on the heart, one hand on our baby. Let's just sway back and forth here. Really connecting to he or she in the womb. Feeling the pulsation of the heart, the connection to your baby, and that feeling of oneness between both of you. And this oneness between you and all that is. We're pregnant. It is the most creative time. We're creating source right from our womb. It's miraculous. It's beautiful. Stopping here when you're ready. Moving down one more time just for a little more concentration. The pelvic floor moving into this crow posture here and holding. My palms are together. And just holding here, strengthening the thighs and the glutes, thanking our baby for journeying with us, for supporting us as we support he or she. Beautiful job. And from here, we're going to come all the way back down onto the buttocks. Just to do a little meditation with our babe in the womb. And as you're ready, I invite you to bring one of those pillows or bolsters close to you. And go ahead and bolster ourselves up or support ourselves if needed. Again, you really know what's best for your body, for your baby, for ultimately your birth. So really take this time to also feel into that, not just based on what I'm offering or what I'm recommending, but you know truly what's best. Taking all this information and then bringing it inside to discern what's best for your body, your baby, and ultimately your birth. Because we've created a lot of heat in the body today with working this area, the glutes and the thighs, let's go ahead and end with some Suture Pranayama, this meditation that helps to cool the body, cool any heat that's generated. It's also really effective if we feel angry or resentful. And we'll begin in the demonstration. I just got my hands in Gyan Mudra, index and thumb. You feel free to do that. Or if you like, you can bring one hand to the heart and one hand to your baby. We'll be sticking the tongue out and rolling it. So on the inhale, it's a rolled tongue. And an exhale through the nose. Inhale through the rolled tongue. Exhale through the nose. You're doing wonderfully. This is a calming and cooling breath. If it feels hard to roll the tongue, I know it can be challenging for me, just go ahead and stick it out, but we're bringing the inhale in through the rolled or stuck out tongue, exhale through the nose. And let's do one more round. And as you finish to exhale, drop the hands or continue to have them on your chest and the baby. Just take a moment to really feel and connect to this release of tension, this cooling of the body. And as you do this, I invite you to send your babe in the womb a message. It can be anything you like. Maybe it's about the birth. Maybe it's about what you hope to share with he or she when they arrive. Maybe it's something special that happened to you today that you want he or she to be aware of. And just taking a moment to deeply connect and commune with your little one. We're not only strengthening the physical body in this class, but we're strengthening our connection with our baby, our ability to share in these telepathic messages, our ability to just create a space for shared connection. I'm wishing you and your little ones, your entire families, a beautiful and blessed day today. I invite you at this point to come all the way down onto your side. I really encourage you to relax after this practice, coming down into that side laying posture that we talked about. Maybe you use your bolster here in between the legs and bring a pillow or something else up on the head and just relax down. It's so important to really relax through pregnancy, but also through the journey of motherhood. Using this time when we're pregnant as a means to practice how to really relax, how to let go. Just melt yourself into the space. I'm going to conclude the class with just one long sat and a short nam, which means my truth is my true identity. I'll inhale, but invite you to continue relaxing, to let it go for just a couple more minutes. Sat Nam. Thank you for sharing in your practice with me.